Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results in your neighborhood. Now at 5 p.m.
Now at 5, a fight between a city hospital to keep a critical resource open is reaching new heights tonight. How the county is now also getting involved. And the new safety investments a popular tourist destination is making. First, though, we start with breaking news. Sky 6 flying over retention ponds in Ocoee as crews search for a missing 90-year-old woman. The video was from around 3:30 this afternoon when we first learned what happened in this. Ocoee police tell us Shirley Anderson walked out of Inspired Living Ocoee on Tom and Boulevard at some point between 11 last night and now. If you see her or you know where she is, call Ocoee Police at the number on your screen. It's 407-905-3160. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Lisa Bell. You're watching News 6 at 5. It was a surprise to many people to hear a Brevard County hospital is suddenly closing. And now we're finding out that hospital is preparing to phase out some emergency services even sooner.
So we've been following how Orlando Health says it's too expensive to repair its hospital in Rockledge, which it just bought last year. The hospital has become neglected with other problems, according to Orlando Health, like being full of bats, believe it or not.
The cities of Rockledge and Cocoa are calling on Orlando Health to reconsider, even for the state to step in. And now News 6's James Barbero tells us the county is also weighing in. Every year, Orange County spends millions of dollars to keep you safe, including contracting a private company for security guards. Those guards are found at places like the courthouse, medical clinics, and the History Center. But a new audit from the county comptroller's office is raising new concerns about the security they are providing. And this all dates back to 2019 when the comptroller's office made recommendations to address issues with Allied Universal Security, who has a $5.7 million contract with the county. They followed up from May 2022 through April of 2023 to see how some changes were going, but found understaffing and security scanners were not working properly. The investigation shows guards manning X-ray machines failed to spot dangerous items 35% of the time, including things like Chinese throwing stars, a rubber training gun, even a baton. The investigation also found community centers in Pine Hills, Holden Heights, and East Orange County had no security guards, something the Orange County Comptroller says is unacceptable.
When we do an audit, especially an important audit like this, we like to go back and do what we call a follow-up audit. And that's to make sure the things that should have been done actually got done. And it was disappointing to see that even though there was some improvement, all the things that should have been done weren't done.
In February, a letter from the county's facilities management was sent to the comptroller's office saying they are in the process of rewriting a new contract to address the concerns. The current contract ends at the end of the month.
Taking a live look at Daytona Beach, community safety is also in the forefront of everybody's mind as spring break crowds are really going to start to set in. You can see it's pretty busy there right now. And in Daytona Beach, new high-tech cameras are in place looking over one of its busiest tourist corridors. Police have live access to the cameras that'll now point right down Main Street where Bike Week just wrapped up. News 6's Molly Reed shows us how it will work.
Well, spring breakers are in for a treat with temperatures warming up as we near the weekend.
They're going to enjoy it while they're here. Meteorologist Julie Broughton joins us now. Julie, we're finally going to cross back close to the 90s?
Yeah, and some of our southern counties Saturday and Sunday may actually hit that 90-degree mark. We're going to get really close just about everywhere, though. Satellite and radar imagery, we've seen mostly clear skies throughout the day. We are seeing some showers and thunderstorms across North Florida and into Georgia, thanks to a little trough of low pressure. Now, what's ahead for us as we move through the overnight hours? We'll see clear skies, so that'll be nice for those of you who want to check out the total lunar eclipse. That happens around 2:59 is totality. And then we'll be nearing 90 this weekend, but we are going to be watching a cold front that moves in on Sunday. Along with that, that will bring that potential of some strong storms, especially Sunday afternoon. So if you're planning those spring break activities, your best bet for outdoor plans will be Friday and Saturday, and then again Monday afternoon. Now, right now we're sitting at 79 in Orlando, Mico and Melbourne. You are at 75 degrees, 78 in Daytona Beach, and Wildwood is at 77 degrees. Whole lot of blue skies dry out there. We'll talk more about that chance of showers and thunderstorms for your Sunday coming up in just a few minutes.
Julie, thank you. Orange County deputies are out with a warning. Reckless driving is getting worse. New data from the Orange County Sheriff's Office says in January alone, they cited 101 drivers speeding at more than 100 miles per hour, with the highest clock speed checking in at 127 miles an hour. Now, in January of 2024, they pulled over just 29 cars going that fast. Deputies also say they are seeing more drivers going 30, 40, even 50 miles above the speed limit, leading the sheriff to become more vocal in recent months about new measures to crack down on reckless driving.
What makes them so dangerous is the high speed and the reckless behavior of the drivers. When you're, doing donuts in an intersection and your car is sliding all over the place, you're losing control, eventually someone's going to get hit and killed.
So just last year, the sheriff pushed for a bill that was eventually signed into law, increasing penalties for racing, including making a second offense a felony. He's also proposed a super speeder law, making extreme speeding come with harsher penalties.
Let's take a live look outside to pad 39A at Kennedy Space Center, where the Dragon capsule is still sitting on top of a Falcon 9 rocket there. Of course, last night's Crew 10 launch, that one was scrubbed. The rocket is now scheduled to go off tomorrow evening just after 7 o'clock. It's important to note there were no issues with the rocket itself. You see how the tower leans back after the rocket launches? Well, the issues had to do with a hydraulic clamping system on that arm right there, used to release one of the two arms clamping the rocket to the support structure. This is an issue we told you about as soon as NASA realized it yesterday.
We're hearing from the NASA feed that the astronauts will get an update in about an hour. Apparently, there's some issue with hydraulics that on the ground. It's the clamp arm that holds the rocket to the erector. And they said that maybe it could be concern if it does not detach. We're not sure what the hydraulics situation is right now, but the crew, they're expected to get an update in about an hour on the situation. And what they said on the NASA feed was it could be a cause for them to stand down on today's launch.
That was our Ginger Gadsden out there as it was happening. She will be back out at Kennedy Space Center again tomorrow ahead of the next planned Crew 10 launch. It's always a big deal when souls are on board.
And you want to make sure absolutely everything is perfect because of that. And so they're
take no chances.
That's right. Take your time, make sure everything is right. And, hopefully we'll see a launch tomorrow.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Well, athletes are more than just who they are on the court or the field. It's also about who they are in the community. Coming up next at 5, the magical surprise that some elementary students had today.
Here's your pizza. Look, okay, I'll take it to her.
Yeah, how much was it for?
I have no idea. I'm not the pizza man.
Okay. Later, how one officer took the meaning of service to a whole new level. You're watching News 6 at 5. Getting results for you on this Thursday. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Launch Credit Union. Go beyond.
Well, kids, if you ever wanted a reason to do your homework, this may be it. Today, Moss Park Elementary School student and his class got the chance to meet an Orlando Magic NBA legend.
And it's all because the student decided to make a school project in his honor. It's a cool story. News 6's Jarrell Baker has it for you. I like how he's like, I'll probably be able to make some room, I think, for Nick Anderson's jersey.
What a great way to end the school week and to kick off spring break with a celebration like that.
By the way, we're at events all the time. I see Nick Anderson out. He is the best ambassador for Magic basketball you
all
can
across
find.
Central Florida.
Yeah, great guy.
All right, we do want to check in with meteorologist Julie Broughton, who's pinpointing our spring break forecast for us.
Yes, we're going to continue to warm up, but again, if you have outdoor plans on Sunday, keep in mind, I do think we are going to be tracking that chance of even some strong thunderstorms, especially Sunday afternoon as a front moves into our area. For your Friday, though, I know this is the last day of school before spring break, before a lot of local schools are out. A lot of people are from out of town visiting us. Tomorrow looks great. You'll see lots of sunshine going into the low 80s, but by this weekend, we will be near 90 just about everywhere. This is what it looks like for you right now in Volusia County. This is our Daytona Beach sky cam. I've been watching people out enjoying their day throughout the day. A lot of blue sky out there, really just a comfortable day in most spots. It is 78 degrees right now in Daytona Beach, a little breezy at times. Winds right now are out of the south-southwest at 11 miles per hour. I have seen some gusts today as high as 20 miles per hour or so at times. It is 78 if you're in Kissimmee. Both Leesburg and Claremont are checking in at 76, 75 right now in Melbourne, 76 in Cocoa Beach, and Ocala, you are at 79 degrees right now. Here is your judgy cat of the hour. This is baby girl. She's relaxing on her couch. She was rescued when she was 3 or 4 weeks old, and now she is 11 and enjoying her life. 76 degrees at 7 o'clock. We'll stay in the low 70s through the 8 o'clock hour, but by 9 o'clock we drop into the upper 60s. I think our skies do stay pretty clear tonight, so if you have plans to stay up late or get up early to check out the total lunar eclipse, totality, by the way, is right around 2:59. You should be in good shape for that. This is the water vapor imagery. I always enjoy looking at this because it gives us a good idea of the moisture levels in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. We've had a lot of orange on the last couple of days. That is why we've seen so much blue sky. Notice to our north, we're starting to see those explosions of white. We have a little producing some showers throughout extreme North Florida and even into South Georgia. That is not going to make it down into our area. However, Saturday we'll be tracking a system that's going to come out of the will likely produce quite a bit of severe weather along the Gulf Coast up into the Midwest. Then by Sunday, we're looking at a slight chance of some severe weather across North Florida. I think the SPC could very well expand that to the south. So again, it's something that we need to keep an eye on as we move into Sunday afternoon. Here's how that looks for you on the clouds and rain forecast. So overnight tonight, I think we're in good shape. But as we go through your Friday, good for any of your outdoor plans, be it theme parks or the beach or just hanging out. Saturday morning, clear skies as we start our day. At times, we'll see some cloud cover on Saturday. Then watch what happens on Sunday. Those clouds roll in. Some light rain possible by noon. And then as we head into the late afternoon hours, that's when we have the best chance of seeing some heavier rain, some isolated strong storms, and that threat will linger into the middle part of the evening. So for tonight, your overnight lows fall to 55 in Orlando and 52 in the Villages. Days showing we are dry for Friday and Saturday. That chance of rain goes up Sunday afternoon to 50%. Still some lingering showers for the first part of our day on Monday. Then we dry it out Monday afternoon. Brief little stint in the 70s before back in the 80s for Wednesday and Thursday.
Not a bad looking 7-day, Julie. Thank you. You can pinpoint the weather where you live with our free Pinpoint Weather app. Just search WKMG in your app store.
After the break, the Journey One pizza had to go on to reach its destination.
Thursday evening traffic alert. You're going to watch out for those lane closures. I-4 east and westbound around 528 should be used to it by now. 417 up on the north end over in Seminole. And then Neptune. You guys are seeing some heavy construction both overnight and during daytime hours. Some closures. Using Parton Settlement as your alternate. Watch out. This might be lasting maybe the next 2 weeks or so. I'm Trooper Steve with the News 6 traffic alert. Drive safely. I'll catch you in the morning.
No matter what's happening where you live, trust Sky 6 to get you the bigger picture. Exclusively sponsored by attorney Dan Newland.
Want News 6 straight to your inbox? Sign up for your favorite newsletter at clickorlando.com/newsletter. Sign up for In the Loop, Theme Park, Setting the Stage, and Florida Foodie, just to name a few. Sponsored by the Florida Lottery.
You've probably heard us talking about it over the past few weeks, but we are getting ready to hit the road. Not this time to Oviedo, but we need your help. So if you have something you'd like us to look into, an issue, a concern, please send us a message. You can do that by heading to clickorlando.com. We love to highlight all the great things in the community. Well, it is the motto of many police departments to protect and serve.
But one officer took that serving part to a whole new level.
Days, there's a big alligator under my car.
Hey, ma'am, could you...
Oh, my lordy. I saw one when it first moved in.
Get in the house.
Where's my pizza?
She's like, I'm not going anywhere without my pizza. She might have been the pizza for that alligator. An officer in Bradenton was called out to a neighborhood there.
Stop. There's an alligator underneath that car right there.
You can hear it taking place as it happens.
8-foot gator wandering through the neighborhood.
Yeah, and when he just so happened to be a pizza delivery driver trying to go to the house the gator was hanging out at. She said she was scared to go near the house, asked the officer if he would bring the woman her pizza, and as you saw, she was more worried about the pizza than the gator.
She's Floridian.
I would be as well. I mean,
yes.
It's my favorite.
Hungry. It's hot.
Yeah. The officer brought it to her back door, took a picture of the gator for her before it was then taken away. That story can only happen in this beautiful state of ours, right?
That's right. Well, we are just about 2 months from the opening of Epic Universe, and we just got some exciting new details about the theme park expert. Will be joining us live to break all of that down for us coming up.
And the new developments coming out of the Tampa Bay Rays, where they'll call home next season. We're getting results on News 6. Keep it here. We have a beautiful Thursday cooking. We'll be right back.
As a trooper, I know how every crash is going to affect your commute. So watch me on News 6 Mornings.
An effort to crack down on reckless boaters is making waves in Tallahassee. A House panel approved the bill known as Lucy's Law today after a Senate committee passed similar legislation yesterday. Both proposals are named after Lucy Fernandez, a 17-year-old who was killed in 2022 when the boat she and 13 others were on hit a channel marker in Miami-Dade County. Lucy's mom told the committee Florida needs more boater education.
The only real way to prevent these tragedies is to make boater education and safety the priority across all ages and all groups. If you are operating a boat, you should be able to show you know how to do it safely. Anything less is gambling with lives.
Florida requires boat operators born after 1988 to take a boating safety course. Under the legislation, people born before 1988 would have to take the course if they are charged with reckless boating or if they receive 2 non-criminal boating violations within a 12-month period. The legislation would also increase penalties for boat operators that leave the scene of a crash or make false statements to law enforcement. Now, we saw a reckless boating incident go viral here in Central Florida late last year. Cameron Michaels was charged with reckless boating and injuring other boaters when his boat got into a crash with another boat during a parade on the water around the holidays. He was also given a $140 ticket.
Well, the Orlando Police Department told us last year their homicide solve rate was more than double the rate of the national average. They credit the Neighborhood Watch program as one of the main reasons. News 6's Jarrell Baker spoke with a local Neighborhood Watch captain about how they get results.
We are just 69 days away from Central Florida's newest theme park's grand opening.
And we got some pretty big news from the park today, so we wanted to bring in our theme park expert. This is Haley Coombs to break it all down for you. Better be good if they're going to charge $189
I would say
for
so
one
too.
day. Good gracious. All right.
Haley, thank you.
You're welcome.
To stay on top of all the latest with Epic Universe and all of Central Florida's theme parks, be sure to subscribe to our In the Loop Theme Park Scoops newsletter. Haley sends that to your inbox every Friday morning. You can subscribe by going to clickorlando.com/newsletters.
Let's talk about a busy stretch of road. The I-4 interchange to State Road 417 and the 429 right near Sanford. Lately, there's been a lot of construction there. I find it pretty confusing. That's over now. Trooper Steve went on patrol to figure out how everything's looking.
What else are we seeing here? We're seeing sidewalks. We're seeing bike lanes. So it's not just highway interchange. This is made for pedestrian-friendly operations. All right, so we just got on from International North to 417 South, one of the new ramps. Listen to that engine getting up to speed. Nice new ramp there. Very clear. No guardrails, so you want to make sure you're paying attention. Reinhardt, 1 mile ahead. Look at that. End of the 429, beginning of the 417 happens right there.
And you can hit the road with Trooper Steve on patrol weekday mornings at 10, live on the News 6 Plus streaming app for your smart TV or clickorlando.com.
Well, today Catholics around the world are celebrating Pope Francis, who ascended to the holy position a dozen years ago today. No special events have been scheduled. He's still in the hospital recovering from double pneumonia. Tomorrow marks 1 month since he was first hospitalized. Last week, Pope Francis delivered his first audio message in weeks. All week long, people have been gathering in Vatican City to pray for his good health. Officials with the Vatican are hopeful Pope Francis will return to work sometime soon.
The Tampa Bay Rays are already out with their usual home this season. The back and forth, though, that's already happening about where they will play next year. It's heating up, Julie.
We're looking great if you like it on the warm side as we wrap up the week. Overnight tonight, we'll keep it clear and 55, so nice weather to view that total lunar eclipse tonight. And then tomorrow we go into the low 80s. We're going to get even warmer this weekend, and we are tracking the chance of some thunderstorms. We'll talk about that coming up.
And later, how new video from our lunar neighbor is already helping scientists in the long run. You're watching News 6 at 5:30. Getting results. We'll be right back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Good Greek Moving and Storage.
Well, if you miss good old summer Florida, just wait. It's not going to get that 96, 98, but we're going to be creeping up close to the 90s in some spots. Meteorologist Julie Broughton.
Yeah, we'll still be running about 10 degrees warmer than normal this weekend, especially. So we're talking about some of our southern counties could actually hit 90 degrees Saturday or Sunday. But along with that, on Sunday, we're also talking about the chance of some showers and potentially some strong storms. I will show you that in just a moment. First, a lot of people like to see the almanac page every day. So we hit a high of 80 degrees in Orlando after a morning low of 50. The normal high is 79 and the normal low is 55. We'll be a little more on target tonight for that overnight low. And so satellite and radar imagery showing not much out there to track. We are dry. We've seen very little cloud cover today. A few friendly cumulus clouds here and there today, but that has been about it. I do think we'll start to see a little bit more cloud cover tomorrow and then certainly through the day on Saturday ahead of that system that brings with it the potential of some rain and some thunderstorms for your Sunday. Now, a lot of you maybe want to stay up late or wake up early to check out the total lunar eclipse tonight. I think we're looking good for viewing. We should have clear skies. We'll be a touch chilly at times with temperatures going into the mid-50s. Totality begins at 2:26 and ends at 3:31. So you don't need any special equipment to look at it. You can stare directly at it and it should really be beautiful. Our Launch Credit Union camera showing a whole lot of blue sky out there in Brevard County. The trees showing it is breezy. We've seen winds at times today gusting up to around 20 miles per hour. 78 degrees right now with plenty of sunshine. If you are in Orlando, you're still sitting at 79, 78 in Kissimmee, 76 in Leesburg. Wildwood, you were checking in at 77. A little bit cooler in Daytona Beach. You are in the low 70s. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast, and I don't know about you, but I can smell the puppy breath just by looking at this picture. These are 9-week-old golden retriever siblings, Dasher and Maddie, and I really want them. They're not available. They have a home, but I still want them. 76 degrees for you at 7 o'clock. We go to 73 degrees at 8 o'clock and 69 degrees at 9 o'clock. Head to clickorlando.com/pin so you can share your pet photos with us. It's absolutely the highlight of my workday. I always love seeing all your pets. All right, so here's what we're tracking as we head into the weekend. Outdoor plans for spring break Friday and Saturday. Looking great. If you have any outdoor plans on Sunday, get those in early. This is your clouds and rain forecast. As we move through the overnight hours, I think we'll see mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. Taking you through the day tomorrow, again, no issues. We'll be even a little bit warmer tomorrow than we were today. Saturday, 9 a.m. We start the day dry with some sunshine. We'll see some clouds at times on Saturday, even into Saturday night. No issues. Sunday morning, the clouds really thicken up. By noon, we could see that potential of some isolated showers. Then notice some heavier rain and the potential of some strong thunderstorms for Sunday evening before all this clears out early Monday. Now, here's your pinpoint accurate forecast.
Your forecast is sponsored by Publix.
55 overnight tonight in Orlando, and you'll go to 51 in Ocala. 7-day forecast showing Saturday and Sunday, both days. We'll see highs near 90. That rain chance at 50% for Sunday. Again, we'll be monitoring for the potential of some stronger storms, and then everything clears out by Monday.
Julie, thank you. The Tampa Bay Rays Stadium saga continues.
Oh, yeah, it's like reality show drama. An announcement from the Rays owner puts pro baseball in St. Pete in jeopardy. What's going on, Jamie said?
All right, so the Rays, with support from Pinellas County, right? They were supposed to build a brand new $1.3 billion stadium in St. Petersburg. It would replace Tropicana Field in a couple of years. Well, today, the majority owner of the Rays, Stu Sternberg, announced that the stadium project is off. It's not happening. It's become too expensive. In a statement, Sternberg said, quote, "After careful deliberation, we have concluded we cannot move forward with the new ballpark and development project at this moment. A series of events beginning in October that no one could have anticipated led to this difficult decision," end quote. One of those events was Hurricane Milton. It tore apart Tropicana Field's roof. Trop is currently being fixed. It should be done for next season. In the meantime, the Rays are going to play their home games this year at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, which is the spring training home of the New York Yankees. Now, when the Trop is fixed, the Rays are contractually obligated to play there through the 2028 season. But beyond that, the team's future in that area is uncertain because there's no ballpark being built. Major League Baseball's leadership expressed a commitment to keeping the Rays in that area. In a statement today, MLB said that Commissioner Rob Manfred will work with elected officials, community leaders, and the Rays to secure the club's future in the Tampa Bay region. Still, future is murky for the Rays in that area, but we do know a group who is trying to bring Major League Baseball to Central Florida, the Orlando Dreamers. We last heard from the Dreamers in January when they introduced Baseball Hall of Famer Barry Larkin as an ambassador. There he is. The Dreamers have said they're open to an expansion team or the relocation of a current team. They've produced plans for a stadium near I-Drive. I reached out to the Dreamers today to see if today's announcement with Rays impacts their strategies. No response yet. Obviously, those are just plans on paper.
Yeah.
There's no stadium built, but it's really the on and off saga with the stadium in Tampa that is really frustrating baseball fans out there because they don't know what's going to happen with their team. But this has been kind of an ongoing thing for 10 years. Where are the Rays going to play?
Constantly.
Right,
And then the
when the
hurricane
lease is
happened.
up.
And
right.
So does it feel icky to take one kind of our sister cities' baseball team? Is that okay?
Here's the thing. I mean, I think it would be better in Central Florida than, say, out of the state, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And who knows, you know, for Rays fans, obviously, they want their park in St. Petersburg or Tampa. That would be great if they could get it. But this has been like an ongoing saga for, again, 10 years.
Maybe they should just build it in Orlampa.
Orlampa.
Get a good deal on some land. We could all share it.
I don't know. I don't know if people want the drama here, to be honest with you. It has been pretty...
Well, it's interesting because reportedly, I mean, there are stories that perhaps Major League Baseball wants Stuart Sternberg to sell the Rays to new ownership, but somehow keep the Rays in that part of Florida.
Okay.
I mean, there just seems to be some animosity there between the Rays and the government out there, and things have come to a head, and that stadium is not being built.
So more to follow.
Yes. Yeah.
Jamie, say thank you. After the break, the incredible thing you can see tonight if you just look up. Coming up ahead at 6 o'clock. A woman out of a car and 21 grand after she unknowingly bought what investigators call a clone car. News 6 has uncovered dozens of them seized in Central Florida every year. Lewis Bolden shows us how. Insiders.
What is a News 6 Insider? Find out at clickorlando.com/insider.
Here's what's new with WKMG, sponsored by Lexus of Orlando and Lexus of Winter Park. Want to submit a story for our investigators or maybe promote something in your community? You can do all that and more with our brand new results desk at help.clickorlando.com.
We're getting some pretty incredible video into our newsroom of a historic mission to the moon. NASA posted this video of the moment's Firefly Aerospace's Blue Ghost lander touchdown on the moon last week. This is, as it happens, it's every angle. It's like a little influencer here. Cameras on board captured first-of-its-kind shots of the craft's engine plumes as they were hitting the moon's surface there in their soft landing on March 2nd. Not only is the video cool, it also is helpful to scientists. NASA says it'll help them better understand plume-surface interaction, which is apparently crucial to reducing the risk in design and operation of future lunar landers, especially as trips to the moon are becoming more and more common. And we've seen a few of them drop down and tip over
Yes.
on their side.
It's not easy
very
to get
important
there.
stuff.
Absolutely.
Yes. We're also expecting to get even more remarkable pictures from the lander overnight.
For the first time ever, a lunar craft will be on the surface of the moon during a lunar eclipse. Tonight's blood moon eclipse begins just after 1 a.m. and will turn completely red around 2:30 in the morning. It will stay that way for about an hour before gradually losing its reddish hue and will return to normal at about 4:45. Now, if you decide to wake up early to see the eclipse, we'd love to see your photos of it. You can post them to the pinup page on clickorlando.com, and you just might see them here on TV.
Should be pretty cool, too.
Ginger Gadsden is here now with what we were working on for News 6 at 6.
I'm going to send you pictures of the inside of my eyelids, because that's what I'm going to be doing, sleeping. Well, after that EF2 tornado hit Seminole County on Monday, officials there realized they still need help recovering from a different disaster. Coming up, the city of Sanford's uphill battle with FEMA to get the money they need to fix their famous marina. And we're staying on top of breaking news. Police is scanning our area for a 90-year-old woman who disappeared from her assisted living facility. The latest on the search is coming up next. You're watching News 6 on a Thursday, getting results. This is a beautiful looking sky out there. Meteorologist Michelle Morgan will be up with your forecast and looking into the weekend.